What a story I have for you. A woman on 4th of July weekend, so what, 2 weeks ago, was in the ocean in New York and got attacked by Jaws. Remember the movie Jaws? And she used every muscle in her body to just separate herself. I guess it attacked her leg. But how many times we hear these stories of these sharks and people, the last one comes to my head, it was a girl, a young lady lost her, it was her arm, or you lose a leg, or both, or you die. But this woman uses every strength and separates herself and then swims. As I'm in the pool, she swims to the beach. Will she go back into the ocean again? Well, let's watch this together.
Waters to the shores of New York. This year's 4th of July weekend, 47-year-old Ludmila Ilog fought for her life in an encounter that many fear actually being attacked by a shark. Swimming off Fire Island in New York City, Ilog found herself in the grips of a shark's jaws, but with quick thinking and a fight for survival, she managed to free herself from its deadly bite. Joining us now, Ludmila. We are so thankful that you're here with us, and we're glad that you are okay. I'm hoping you can just explain to us what that moment was like. Obviously, this is something a lot of people are terrified. You actually encountered it firsthand. What was going through your head during that moment, and how did it all play out?
Hi, Alex. I just felt that something grabbed me on my thigh, and I felt like, it was some fish, probably. I thought it was a fish, and I had to push it off. It was holding on to me for some seconds, probably, that felt, much longer. And I just had to use my hands, and you saw the streaks on the upper thigh. That's when the teeth, went through the thigh to when it was, swimming away.
Right. Very, very clear bite marks there. You can see the images from the hospital. I'm sure everything, it's almost like a blackout when that moment happens. Were you able to think clearly? I mean, were you able to remember and see yourself actually prying open the jaws of that shark?
Yeah, I definitely remember. But the best was when I came to the shore and I actually saw the blood trickling, and I was actually happy to see, first of all, I was standing and my 2 feet, all my limbs were intact, and I thought, I wasn't crazy, that people are going to believe me. There was something there, for sure.
Yeah, it's better to see blood than, not have a leg at all. So you certainly made it out well in that situation. I mean, let's talk about how you're doing now. I got to imagine the emotional toll is great. Have you been back in the water, and are you doing okay?
That's an amazing story.
I'm doing okay.
I mean,
the wounds by the groin are still,
you
the
imagine,
deeper wounds,
like
they're
the
still
reporter was
healing.
saying, what was going
So
through her head.
waiting for them to heal, and
I mean,
I'm gonna go back.
Moment.
Yeah, maybe not to Fire Island,
I mean,
but definitely to local
you're
Brighton
enjoying
Beach.
Well, you are certainly a
beach,
success
4th of
story,
July
and we're so
weekend.
glad you're okay, that
You're
you're joining us
swimming.
for News Nation.
Right? You hear some splashing, you think it's kids, you think it's people, and it's a shark, and the mouths, they go wide open. And I hear that they come down quick, and the teeth, they're like sharp, like a telephone pole. They're huge. And she was able to somehow or another, just, it wasn't her time. But what courage for that woman to fight for her life, to live another day. And she'll go back in. And she might not go back to that particular beach, but she'll go right back in. Would you go back in the ocean? I would. I'd go back in. But I got to tell you, it's crazy. We're not talking about bees coming at you, right? But Jaws, like the movie Jaws. Remember the Jaws? I mean, this it's the great white. And it's huge. I hope you enjoy this video. It's a good story to share. This woman, count her blessings. They say cats have 9 lives. Well, that equivalent to 9 lives. As it's getting dark here in my pool. No sharks in the pool. But I gotta tell you, one day I heard this. Real quick, don't go anywhere. And thank you for subscribing to this channel. I hope you enjoy the video. It's something a little different. I was in the pool and I heard all these noises, and I got pigeons and birds, and the bird landed in the pool, and the bird was dead. And I gotta tell you, it was dead. And I was like, it was right before COVID, or maybe during COVID. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna get sick. I think I put 10 bags of shock in my pool. I wasn't a shark, but I'm laughing, but it's a good story, and she seems like she's in a good state of mind. God bless her, and God bless you guys, and thank you for joining this video. Just wanted to share this video as I was in the pool, I was watching the news, and they brought this story up, and props to her. Ciao.